Yo, yo, what's going on? It's your boy Antonio Lamar back at it once again with my boy Nino. What's going on, yo?
What's happening, man? What's happening? Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir, man. Same to you, man. Happy Thanksgiving, man. We had to take a little trip. Went out of town for a couple of days out there with the fam. So shoot,
Yeah,
boy, really
yeah.
wasn't really in too good of a position to do a show, but we back now. So
We back, we back, we back. Back like
see
we
what
never
it's.
left.
You already know.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's happening with y'all out there? Those of you all that might have jumped on, so I just got my notification that the show was on. So, you know what I'm saying? When y'all get up off here, man, happy Thanksgiving, man. You know what I'm saying? A couple days late, but better late than never.
Man, for
Happy
sure.
Thanksgiving, y'all. What up? What up?
Yes, sir, man. Well, we had to obviously we weren't able to make our picks for this week, so I guess we can kind of I don't know how you want to do it. I guess we can just kind of just leave it even for whatever for the week,
Yeah, we even, we even.
or you can let me know what you would have picked. Or did you get any games wrong that you thought, baby? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it don't count, so
Yeah. It don't count, but I know I would have lost the Ohio State game. You know what I'm saying?
uh
I didn't think Michigan would be able to run the football the way they did. Um, and I just thought, you know what I'm saying, they ain't had nobody contain Marvin Harrison, so I was going with the Buckeyes on that one. I know I would have missed that one, and I was kind of torn on the A&M and LSU game. Uh, just because I know LSU's defense is terrible and I could see them having another slip up, but they didn't. So I could have possibly lost that one. And then, man, the Louisville game, Louisville versus Kentucky, man. I've been picking against Louisville all year and they've been winning. And man, I might have picked Kentucky today. I don't know. That would have been a tough one too, but you know what I'm saying? It's all good. I think the most I would have lost is 3 this week. So around what I normally do, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Did you get a chance to look over them and see who you would have picked, or you
I
didn't pay
definitely
attention?
was I definitely was going for Kentucky, I believe, from the last show. I was trying to lean towards them. I would have lost the OSU game because I was gonna pick BYU. I would I was gonna pick Texas. I was gonna pick Texas Tech. I've been thinking about it for a couple weeks in a row now, but man, when I seen Texas Tech play football, man, and I don't think I would have picked them. When it come down to come down,
Man, you know what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
That game got out of control, like 50 something to 7, I think. That was like high school, college playing against a high school team. It wasn't very good.
So I think that's yeah. I think I would have lost the OSU game, OSU BYU game for sure. And
Okay.
but we did. Well, we had a few
Who,
games.
who would you have picked out of that Ohio State Michigan game?
I was going to Michigan though, just because of Harbaugh, ex 49 head coach. I'm rocking with my guy.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I
So
got you. Man, they did that too, man, with the with the intern coach, man. Hey, it's been like 3 or 4. This might be the third or the fourth game that Michigan has beat Ohio State. Is
three in a
is
row.
old buddy, yeah, or 4.
I think
Is I think his last name is Day. Is he on the hot seat, man? You know what I'm saying? They get upset about not beating Michigan and vice versa. You think the coast is clear, or you think he might be in some hot water? You know what I'm saying? What you think?
nah. Mm, I think he's okay, but just off judging off like their lofty expectations, sometimes I think they might overplay their hand a little bit. But I mean, it's Ohio State; they do have a history there. So, they when you lose to Michigan 3 times in a row, that's never taken lightly. That's like I can't imagine if no, that's not the same. Okay, I'm about to say I can imagine. Oh, you lost to OSU 3 times in a row, but it would
Man,
have
if
to.
they
Oh,
did though, man, it'd
yeah.
be some like
Oh
what
no,
you know
you're
what I'm
out of here.
saying?
No, you
Yeah,
you pretty
yeah,
much out of
yeah.
here.
I don't know if
But
you know better than me. I don't know if they out of there, but
but
I
it's
know I
different.
know the water gonna be hot. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be comfortable around there for from the people or the board members that and the boosters. Yeah, would nobody be happy with that?
Yeah, but that's more of a OU Texas, I guess. That's probably that's a better comparison. So if you
Yeah.
lose to Texas 3 times in a row, you're not necessarily gonna get fired. It depends on how it went down.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well, they losing at home to Michigan and they losing on the road. So shit, they ain't got no recipe right now, man. But that quarterback, man, he just that was the thing that scared me about Ohio State all year, man. They just didn't have a good quarterback. Fortunately, Marvin Harrison Jr. is as good as he is, but that quarterback, man, he's a liability, especially against teams that may be, equal to them or possibly better. He would be a weak link.
Man, for sure. How about LSU coming back on A&M like that? Did you see some of
Man,
that?
I
I saw
seen
was
him
a little
going
bit of
back and forth
highlights,
for a
but
minute.
yeah.
Yeah, I seen him going back and forth. Man, that quarterback is a real deal. He's a
Yeah,
real deal. He can throw, he can run. You know what I'm saying? And A&M got some issues, man. They got some stuff to fix. Um, but the reason why A&M even had a chance is because LSU defense is so poor. You know what I'm saying? But when you got that quarterback, man, you always got a chance.
nah,
He
for
might have
sure.
done something else for the Heisman, man. He might have done something else for the Heisman, man. He only got 3 losses, man. He might, depending on what happened out of these championship games next week. You know what I'm saying? Bo Nix for the matchup with Penix again. That might drop somebody. Somebody could move up. I think Marvin Harrison Jr., I think he's done because you know, it's a quarterback award anyway. He a receiver and losing a game, I think that just cost him. Um, so man, I
Yeah.
think the boy from LSU might have a chance, man. Might have a chance.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. We talking about this, like we talking about this down there,
Oh,
chilling, you
for
know what I'm
real?
saying? We was talking about the Heisman a little bit, but they threw the names up on the screen. It was like Michael Penix, Bo Nix, the Barbara Harris, the cast of characters that you just mentioned, Justin Jefferson, and a couple. The sorriest Heisman group of finalists I've ever seen in my life. I'm just gonna keep it real. They got to be
Sorry?
the weakest. Michael Penix, Bo Nix, what's his name? What's the quarterback name? What's his name for LSU?
Uh, is it
What
Jaden
name?
Daniels?
Is it Jay Day? I want to say Justin Jefferson, but I know that ain't his name.
That's the receiver from
I'm
LSU,
gonna call him
man.
Justin Jefferson.
Donations, donations. I thought it was a trash can, fool.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
Who?
Not, yeah, yes, you're right. Jaden Daniels.
Okay, okay, okay.
Not nan one of them dudes ever gonna start legitimately for a long time in the NFL.
Daniels.
Nope. Honestly,
Hey, you know who Daniels
none,
remind me of?
none
You know
of
who
them.
Daniels remind me of?
Who? Jabari
But
Smith?
he's faster. The rookie that's with the Houston Texans. And I don't even watch football, but I know what he looked like when he played at Ohio State,
Hey
and he
man,
looked very similar. He faster than Stroud.
I don't care. I don't give a damn. You ain't got to be fast to be a quarterback. If you ask me.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I'm just saying
you
he
be
he can
subtle in the
escape. You know
pocket.
what I'm saying? He got some wheels to get up out of there, man.
I want a scrambler more than a runner. To be honest.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah,
this, hey
he
man,
tucking that thing down and going. You know what I'm saying? He can outrun the spy.
I
He
think you
throws a
under.
good ball downfield.
I think you underestimate how good CJ Stroud is.
No, that's how highly I think of this kid, Jaden Daniels. And
CJ
it's hard for
Stroud,
me to stamp. It's hard for me to stamp people to
look,
be official. He's
CJ Stroud,
he's done it against everybody.
CJ Stroud read defenses and throws in his zone better than pretty much other than Joe Burrow in the last 10 years. He's probably done it the best I've personally seen. Like I called it. You can ask Darknam. I told them. I said I laughed uncontrollably when Carolina picked what's his name? That's not gonna matter in 2 years. Bryce Young, yeah. I laughed uncontrollably. I said, well, they coach GM be fired in 3 years.
Well,
Cause
he's a little bitty guy. What is he
but
doing in
he
the
ain't
NFL right
got it.
now? I
Nothing.
know Carolina sucks, don't they?
Yeah, he sucks too. Nothing. He
Word.
doing nothing. After
So,
been
so
some people
is
look
it him
good.
or he don't have
Listen,
nobody around him?
man,
Because he was a high round draft pick, so that means he going to a
Nina.
sorry
Let,
team.
let me tell you
Does
like
he? Is it
this.
because he don't have no help?
Nah, let me tell you like this. It's only 32 NFL teams. We can't even find 32 quarterbacks in all of the world that's good enough to play quarterback in the NFL. There's probably 15 at best. Half of the quarterbacks in the NFL is
All
probably
right.
no, that's what I'm saying. But half of them is probably 15, 16 quarterbacks that's actually good enough to probably win you a Super Bowl one day. The rest, man, think of that. You know how hard it is to find a quarterback? It ain't now one of them Heisman Trophy candidates is gonna be one of those guys. If you ask me,
Daniel.
they
Daniel.
don't have the talent. He don't have the arm
Daniel.
talent.
Huh?
He don't have the arm talent. I don't see it. I just don't. I'm telling you. I just don't.
Hey,
I mean,
Time is gonna tell, man. That boy, he
he
can
good.
play, and he been doing. I want. Is he a junior or senior?
He good in college. I don't know what it is.
I had to go look that up. But man, I like the kid, man. I think he better than Penix. I think he better than Bo Nix is
Yeah.
better with Oregon than he was at Auburn. Ain't no doubt about it.
He got a better
Um,
team, bro. This sucks too. Penix ain't gonna do it. I
nah,
don't neither one of none of them. I really don't. I'm just being honest. None of their arms is like it's special enough to where it's gonna get it done in the NFL. If you ask me, none of them.
I think you underestimating Daniels,
Nah,
man. The other
none of them.
two, I'm with you, but him, I think he one of them ones, man.
Have you seen it? Like a picture of him? I'm looking at a picture of him right now. It's no
Big
way
guy.
that
He
it's
might be
no
like
way.
6'3", 6'4".
No, I'm looking at his face. It's no way that guy with that face is ever gonna win anything. I'm just being quite honest. That guy, man, he looks
Man,
he
man,
looks too
man,
much like a
I can name a bunch of
jabroni.
I can name a bunch of
No,
quarterbacks that don't have a face,
but no,
man.
they look serious. This guy don't look serious enough. He ain't gonna he don't look serious enough to ever win nothing. I can't take him seriously.
You picked that picture out of the thousand that's out there, man.
It's his profile picture.
I know they got a picture of him dialed in, focused, look like he finna come back and win the game. He didn't play too well against too many good teams, man, not to be good.
Okay, what good team? Against who? Georgia? Did he play? How good did he play against Georgia?
Might have to go look that up, but
The
I'm
team,
sure
the
he's
team
played
full
them at
of
least 3 times.
good, the team full of good people. No greats, but it's all goods.
Man, let me see.
No, we're gonna tell the truth today.
I don't know if they played Georgia this year. Let me see.
Nah, man.
But last year, who are we looking at? We're looking at damn, Georgia only up 15. Florida State finna go ahead and beat Florida, huh?
I see y'all in the chat. What's up? I see y'all out there.
What up?
Yeah,
What
man.
up? What up?
See what you find what he do against Georgia, man. They play Georgia? They might not even play Georgia this year.
Yeah, they may not have played Georgia this year.
Man, get out of here. You don't deserve no man. He didn't play Georgia.
I mean,
Don't
he
want
played
to.
everybody else though. He played Bama. He played the SEC schedule. How do I go look?
Yeah. Yo. What they got going on out there? What y'all doing out there in the chat, man? He said, I'm glad it's gone. I'm glad he is gone after this year. Just been a bad second half of the season for OU. Looks like Jeff Levy's gone to Mississippi State. Yeah, I heard the rumor.
What?
No, I mean I already heard the rumors. Nobody's gonna be mad.
What? I was
Uh,
wondering if he was gonna. I'm surprised he ain't interested in Texas A&M.
nah, yeah. No, where you going?
Like I would have to go.
Dude, we got some Mark Stoops to A&M rumors out there in the Chizzy. We got some Seth Luttrell taking over for Jeff Levy if he leaves. We're gonna see
Seth
what
Lut-
happens, y'all. We're gonna see what
Seth
happens, y'all.
Luttrell. I've heard that name before. Seth Luttrell. Who's that?
He used to play fullback for OU, but he been coaching in college for a long time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. I
he
know
been on
where he at right now.
I think he on OU staff now.
Oh, okay, okay. So
He's been around.
just
I think he was on Baylor at one point when Art Browse was there and stuff like
okay,
that. You know what I'm saying? He's been around.
okay, okay.
But
Man, so maybe losing the coordinator. I wouldn't personally, I wouldn't leave OU as a coordinator to go to Mississippi State.
I wouldn't at all. Just to why? Just
I,
to be
I
fired? To be fired in 3 years?
man, that's what's you know what I mean. They've had other head coaches leave. The Mullins cat left Florida to go there, and so they've had coaches leave and go to Mississippi State, and it just really didn't work out. The only person that's really had just like major success like that was Sylvester Croom. Um, Mike Leach he brought a different energy because you ain't never really seen that type of offense in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? But just me personally, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for getting a job. But I couldn't leave OU as a coordinator to go to Mississippi State. That's an uphill battle, in my opinion.
Nah, man, that's not a smart decision if you ask me. Just listen, if you have all the faith in yourself as you want to, but come on now. We know how this go in college football. We know that
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
only man,
regardless of the faith you have in yourself, you got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Is Mississippi State gonna go in and beat Georgia, Bama, possibly Florida, Ole Miss? You know what I'm saying? And recruiting Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Like you going down there recruiting against a bunch of you know what I'm saying, household names. You know what I mean? So I just see it's just a hard gig all the way around.
right, that's what I'm saying. So you might as well stay put, unless, it's kind of one of those, yeah, God, you might want to go ahead and take the shot. I mean, I don't know how they I assume that him and Brent Venables is cool and they doing everything cool. I know he probably pissed him off with that whole Art Brow situation. That he was at the game and all that, but for the most part, they should be fine, and we'll see. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
we should definitely see about that, buddy.
Man,
Mm.
speaking of OU, you know what I'm saying, if we ain't got nothing off of the chat, how you feel about the game they played against TCU, man? I know you was busy with family, you know what I'm saying? How did you get to see the game like you wanted to? Can you speak on it?
Hold on, he said probably will be announced tomorrow. This is what I'm just reading the chat real fast. But yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna get to the definitely gonna get to the OU game versus TCU. I mean, 69-45. Put as I like to say, hands and feet on them, but giving up 45 ain't a good look either. So I mean,
Man, shit, they was putting hands and feet on each other.
yeah, like that's not that's not a good look, man. Took a couple lumps.
Man, they was out there pillow fighting with each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, what was your thoughts though, man? And I know what was the running game? TCU rushed for over 100 yards, didn't they?
Yeah. They had a running back run for 150. What's his name? Amani Bailey, old punk ass. And we had
Number 9 with the dreads.
yeah, one of them dudes. Yeah, he was doing all right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He was all right.
Yeah. Man, oh man, they really struggle stopping the run. Golly.
Yeah. But they had OU also had Gavin Sawchuk ran the ball for a buck 30, 3 touchdowns, 22 carries, average about 5.9. Uh
Yep.
fourth 100-yard game in a row. Um
Yep.
Dylan Gabriel put up 400, 3 touchdowns, had the one interception. You know what I'm saying? He likes Josh Hoover for TCU threw up 344, 4 touchdowns, one interceptions. I mean,
Man, and he looks so scary. And see that's the deal, man. If I say anything about OU today, man, my deal is gonna be there's two things that have been very consistent that if I was a fan, I would be concerned about if these things happen in big games or teams that may be as equal or better talented than they are. One, the special team blunders keep on happening. Um, I think the Freeman cat muffed a punt early on in the game. They did stop a fake punt, but you know what I'm saying, that muff punt gave TCU field position. You can't do that against good teams, and then stopping a run. You know what I'm saying? Those things, man, they played so much better early on. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, kind of a staple. But here lately, man, it just shows in the offseason, those are definitely going to have to be things to get fixed by OU if they really want to take the next step into the SEC, because that has been consistent. Special teams and
Look,
stopping the run. Offensively, they look explosive, man. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
hey, first of all, you need to tell teams in the SEC they need to step it up and worry about the run too, because it ain't all about what you crack. They out here giving up 30-something points a game two out here now. You know what I'm saying? Hey man,
Man,
I'm
hey,
about tired of this. I'm about tired of this when they go to the SEC and
man,
all
when
this
they go
other
to the
crap.
SEC,
We gonna
man,
beat we gonna beat
it's
their
go.
ass. We gonna whoop their ass just like we've been whooping niggas.
I knew
Hey,
I was gonna press a button to
hey,
get the
no,
fan to
no,
come
no. We
out.
got
I
we
knew
got
I was gonna
we
press
gotta
a
talk
button to
about
get
it.
the fan to come
We gotta talk
out.
about it.
Hey,
I bet if we looked up the last 10 times you play the SEC team, I bet we got a winning record. I
I don't
bet you.
know.
No, I
I don't
guarantee it.
know.
I guarantee it. I
Man,
guarantee it. I
hey
guarantee we.
man.
I'll tell you, it
We
ain't,
we we talk we talk
it ain't
we talk
sweet.
about
It ain't
going there to
sweet like you
play.
think. It ain't
We
sweet
we
like
go
you
we
think it
talking
is,
about going
man.
playing week in, week out,
Yeah,
man.
they're
You
going
know
to
what
play
I'm
us.
saying?
They're going to play us week in, week out. It's Oklahoma, baby, home of the big longest winning streak in history. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Seven
hey,
championship. I don't know what you're
hey,
talking.
man.
I
Hey,
don't know what school.
I'm just saying, if you give up 182 to BYU, man, that probably equals 230, 250 in the SEC.
That's
You know what I'm
fine.
saying?
That's what it
Yeah.
sounds. I mean, it sounds good, but they probably give up buck 82 to them too. Oh well, I bet we get a buck 82 too on them too.
Oh, nah,
No,
nah.
what we been put? Hey, every time we play SEC, we put them up now. Well, it ain't like we just all of a sudden can't score a touchdown.
I mean, I'm not saying y'all can't score a touchdown, but I'm saying if
That's what
y'all
I'm
go
saying.
if y'all go in with the special teams and defense, you know what I'm saying, not being able to stop the run like that, that's not going to be a good deal going into the SEC because the competition just gets better week in, week out.
I don't believe that. I don't
You
believe
don't
it.
think so? You don't
No,
think the
I mean they got
SEC's
man,
better top to bottom than the Big 12?
they got Alabama and Georgia. I don't really care about nobody else. Be quite honest. All that
Oh,
LSU
Ole
bullshit,
Miss is straight.
Ole Miss bullshit, Texas
Ole Miss is
A&M,
straight.
Texas A&M, Missouri.
Um,
Y'all already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already
Man,
know
man,
what's up when y'all was in the
hey.
Big
First,
12.
first of all, I hope we match up this year. I hope we do.
Yeah, we gonna
I hope
find
we
out.
do. You
We
know what
go,
I'm saying? I hope
uh,
we do.
what's that thing?
All those former OU commits
Hey,
and what was they?
yeah.
They was verbal commits. All of
Yeah, I
them
got
finna go ahead, go to the crib on y'all,
that's
gonna
from
run the
Missouri.
ball on y'all. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
hometown.
If BYU rush for 182, our running back might go for 2.25, man. I'm
Hey,
just
listen. Hey, y'all gonna see that chart with the fuck around and find out. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna meet right there, man. I'm telling you. It's going down, man. nah, I'm just fucking
you
with you,
know
man.
what I'm saying?
Ain't no like good banter. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, no
Ain't good
doubt, no doubt. But
to Nah, but I heard you. But yeah, they
offensively,
give
oh, you
go
look
ahead.
straight, man.
Nah,
Offensively, you know what
but
I'm
I heard
saying?
now seriously, I heard exactly what you're saying. Now, they can't go in there and giving up yards on the ground like that. That was pretty sad. Because the
Is
last
it
couple
tackling?
weeks, it's the
Is
last
it
couple
tackling
weeks.
or is it scheme? Is it physicality? Is it talent? What is the issue with not being able to stop the run? Oh, shout out to Gentry. I don't know if he finished the game, but I did see Gentry off in there
We see
longer
him
than
out
the
there
first
now.
quarter.
We saw him
He
out there.
yeah, he started last night, man. I mean Friday, yeah. Anyways, my bad. But what is it on defense, man? Is it physicality? Is it scheme? Is it talent? What is it? Is it poor tackling? Well, what is it in the run game that can't get y'all to be consistent?
Quite honestly, I think it's more just like the D line ain't quite what it should. Although they've been playing, I'm not gonna blame nothing all the way on them because they've been playing, should I say, above expected this year. So like they've been
Okay.
doing good, and the linebackers, Daddy Stutzman been pretty consistent, way more consistent than he used to be, but he was hurt during the Old State game. He didn't even play, number 28. Remember that? So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
that actually really hurt them that game. And ever since then, I don't know if he's been 100%. And I
I
know the
know he was
last
sick that
game
one
he had
game against
yeah, last
BYU.
game
He
he
was sick.
boy had the flu or something they said. So
Yeah,
but other than that, it's been inconsistent play at the line. The scheme, of course, I guess I would have to say they have been out schemed a little bit sometimes, but I don't think it's that for the most part because I think they seem to be in position, kind of taking the wrong gap sometimes, missing tackles, like you said, things like that. It's just and they uh Kip Lewis, number 10, young boy out there. He young freshman, but
yeah,
so he need that man weight on him, but he's gonna be a hell of a player. He gets there, he don't always quite make the play. Like sometimes he just ain't strong enough. He
yeah.
might get, his offensive linemen get their hands on him. It's a hard time for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think he's
I
gonna be
man,
special though.
I wish I would have paid attention just a little bit more, but you know what I'm saying? Usually when your defensive line isn't that strong, you know what I mean? You add another hat to the box, you know what I'm saying, to account for the offensive line having a block, you know what I'm saying? So now it makes it a little bit easier up front to be able to stop the run. Um, I will have to go back
I
and look
can't,
and see is
yeah, I can't
OU playing a
say.
lot of too high safety stuff because I don't really see their safeties around the box very often.
Well, sometimes, but I mean, they do. It just situational. They kind of try to. Well, it's almost like a down and distance situation. You know how it is. But
Yeah.
they are more two safety look most
You
of
know
the
what I'm
time,
saying?
from what I can
And
think.
and to stop the run with two high safeties because that's more of a passing
Right,
shell.
and it's a
You know
passing
what I'm saying? You
league,
gotta
so
have
I
you gotta
get
have a
it.
fucking D line. I'm sorry. Ooh. You gotta have a freaking D line that can go. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have some boys that can tee off and somebody gonna get double because you got five linemen going against four. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
Yeah,
adding the extra hat in the box helps with that. But you know what I mean? If you're gonna play 5-on-4 in the run game, you gotta have a bad defensive line. You know what I mean? And I think they do it. I think they put too much pressure on the defensive line that may not be as talented or as good as in the past by trying to get them to stop the run with just four up front. You know what I'm saying? But so would you say y'all's best level of defense is the secondary? Because number two makes some
nah,
plays on the
secondary
defense.
linebackers cool. Bowman, yeah, he having a hell of a season,
Yeah,
returning all
is
his
he up
kicks
for
or
the
whatever.
Thor?
I wouldn't. No, I
Is
don't
he
think
up for the
so.
Thor?
I don't think so. You know what I mean?
Dang, I think he might be up there leading the country in picks. I know he got like six. He
Yeah,
took
yeah,
one like
yeah.
a
He got
hundred.
like he got like three pick sixes, three or four, something like that.
Yeah, he took one 101 versus BYU. Then he got another one versus TCU to the
Now that
crib.
could,
Yeah.
I mean, that could be they a good part of our I mean, defense, of course, but like when healthy and when everything's working right, I think the DBs and the linebackers is good. I just think the
Okay.
linebackers need more reps. Like the two young, like the three young, they got Kobe McKenzie, they got Kip Lewis, and they got Jared Cannon. Very young guys.
Number
But they
seven's young too.
yes,
Okay.
7, 10, and 11. They all young. 28 is the only one. I mean, he the veteran of the crew.
I got you. I got you. I
He
got
holding
you. I
it
got
down. But
you. Yeah.
man, they gonna be good though. They just not ready yet, if you ask me. But they gonna be good. Secondary though, if we can get Gentry to stay healthy, with Bowman playing like he playing, and when they got Peyton Bowen, he's the young freshman. He's up for freshman All American.
What
Number
number?
number 22.
Oh,
Um,
he a freshman?
He went to the same
Oh,
high school as the freshman quarterback, Jackson Arnold. They won state together. Uh-huh.
okay.
And yeah, and Woody Washington on the other side. Man, they died the DB. Yeah. I never would have thought I'd say that before this. Yeah, the DB is
That's what
probably
I
the
was
best part of
thinking. Like
defense.
they're the ones that consistently make plays, and from doing this show about the
You
last
right.
6 7 weeks,
You
they
damn
they
right.
sound like they sound like the group that has the less complaints. You know what I'm saying? Like when we get on the show, I don't never hear you be like such and such got beaten coverage and such. Like it's usually the fits of the linebackers or you know what I'm saying, um, the D line not getting out blocks trying to stop the run. Um,
Right. Hey, but one thing my bad. One thing I did want to say though about the whole it is more about as far as the D line situation, it is more about talent. And I just hate to talk down the guys we got right now, but
No, no, no. I
they're
mean, it's the
not.
truth of the
I we
matter.
gonna keep it real. We gonna keep it real.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They just
You know,
not.
I said against Mizzou. You know what I'm saying? That those are early in the season. I was hesitant about picking them because I thought in the trenches they just couldn't hold up with certain teams. You know what I'm saying? There've been a few games where they proved me wrong. Especially the running back, you know what I mean? Shit, he didn't had shit last game. He had like 218 yards rush or something like that. So, and they moved Georgia around a little bit. And Georgia wasn't able to move them around as easy as I thought they would be able to. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't talking down on them, you know what I'm saying? It's just being realistic with the situation. Because there's
No,
an
no, no.
issue,
But
you know what I'm
listen,
saying? You can see there's an issue.
but we, yeah, yeah, yeah. But see, but I just said that to say, well,
Yeah.
when you talk about being, it's all leading up to a point. When you talk about being when you talk about,
Disclaimer.
yeah, when you talk about being SEC ready, so to speak, that's where. Oh man, this class they just got this shit, baby. That's coming in next to the D line special. But everybody know who've been following along on the show. Y'all know we got that boy David Stone coming.
I
I
coached him in high school.
already. I know we got the boy, his teammate Jaden Jackson coming. Y'all know we got Danny Okoye coming. Y'all know we got Nigel Smith coming. Y'all know we got Wyatt Gilmore coming. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we coming. We got James Nestor coming. We got
no, no bull jump. Yeah, we
no
coming, huh?
no bullshit. Nah. They got the deep. No, this is probably the most special defensive line group they've recruited since I can't even
Tommy Harris now.
Tommy Harris then type. Yeah. Tommy Harris, that probably the best group because even with the Gerald McCoy group, that wasn't. I don't think that was overall. But Gerald McCoy,
Yeah,
that's the guy. That ain't special. But
yeah. Because they had damn was a boy. I had to block him when I was a wing on punt. Damn, he was strong. Dan Cody, boy out there in soccer cleats. You know what I'm saying? That boy there, Cody was tough, man. Tough. Yeah, they had Tommy, they had um Dan Cody. They had two other ones that was pretty good too. Yeah, that was a good defensive line.
yes, sir. No, they was
Yeah.
nice, man. Oh shit.
I know you've been looking at potential bowls. You or anybody in the chat, what bowls are they looking at OU possibly playing in, and what teams are they looking at possibly matching up with? And as fans, who would you like to see OU match up against in a bowl? Or do y'all got a chance to go to one of those big bowls, even though you as an at large or something like that, or the chance of that is slim since y'all didn't win the Big 12?
Man, the bowls. Listen, man, we trying to win a game. We ain't think about no bowls right there. We trying to win the next game. No, listen.
I'm gonna say shit, that
Nah.
is the next game.
Hey, I really paid attention to that, to be quite honest with you. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I guess now
Okay.
I can. Now I can. And we could probably something we probably can get into on the next show. It's kind of
Yeah.
see
Okay.
where they got people projected and stuff like that.
I've
Because
seen a
I
few articles. I haven't read them because it was like two more games left in the season. I was like, man, shit is subject to change. So I ain't even really look at it in no detail. But yeah, it's starting to come out. So that'll be something for us to talk about on another show.
no doubt,
Hey
no
man, who will
doubt.
win out of OU and Mizzou this year?
But, oh, you guy, what you talking about? What you talking about? Oh, you by Seth. Yeah,
Oh, okay. OU by 7, huh? Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
4-7.
Okay.
I'll put the over at the 4.5.
4.5.
Three. Oh, I
Ooh,
guess it would
okay.
have to be 3.5, huh?
Close game.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
saying
3.5.
you saying it ain't very much that separates the two teams. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you saying.
Not much from what I see. I mean,
Same record, huh?
same record. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying they lost. Y'all lost to better competition for sure. Who was that? LSU and Georgia.
In Georgia, yep.
Well, yeah, it's definitely better than losing to OSU in Kansas. I'll tell you that.
Right.
So I guess
Yeah,
you know what? I guess we might have to put the -3 on Missouri if we want to make it fair.
Mizzou.
Yeah. -3 Missouri. What's up? I'll take the underdog.
Hey, see, we need, if they match up, we need to do a breakdown from every position: quarterback, receiver, offensive line runner. You know what I'm saying? Run it down, see what we come up with. You know what I'm
It might
saying? See
it
what we
might be
come up
something
with.
like that. It might
Yeah,
be
yeah,
something like seriously.
yeah, yeah. Um, Before we transition on to another team, um, what you expecting coming out of the bowl, man? You think you think all the players are gonna play? You think they're gonna be amped up to, you know what I'm saying, go play in the bowl game? Or you think y'all gonna have some people sit out and not really take it serious? Because a good program, shit, they using this as a whole nother month that they getting ahead of schedule on other teams that don't get the opportunity. You think, oh, you'll take advantage of it, or you think they might be Hasidic and be like, I don't want to mess up my draft stock, blah blah blah, and sit out.
Nah, man, if Brett Venables was raising them right over there, man, with Smitty, the coach was nice. I believe they seem to all the behind the scenes footage I ever seen, man, everybody seems to be enjoying themselves, man, loving up the coach, and they seem to work hard and love each other like a family. Just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Team 129, as they call it. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, from if OU goes on like from this point forward, they go on the SEC and they go in there and win an SEC championship or something like that within the next 2 or 3 years, something like that, I'll have to remember this team, to be quite honest. Because this was the team that kind of set the foundation and say, hey, look, man, they might not have been the most talented squad. They might have been a ragtag group of guys they kind of thrown together at the last minute, especially last year, and they kind of gelled together a little more this year. And man, it'd be something special, man. Honestly, like people like Drake Stoops and stuff like that, who had 12 catches, by the way, in this game for 100 some yards.
yeah,
His final game in Norman. Salute to young Bobby's son, Drake Stoops. You know what I'm saying? Legendary around these parts and been around these parts his whole life. So, um, man, glad to see him go out with a bang. Can't say enough about the character of him, to be quite honest. He is the quintessential Venables player. Play hard, work hard. He really earned his scholarship. Walked on and earned it like a true gentleman. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like a true player. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he wasn't just coach's son, this, that, and the third. They treated him just like everybody else. And he earned his spot, man. He ain't no fluke now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He might not make it in the league, but he can he might not. I don't know. But he always
Man,
got
he might, man. He
hey,
might. They
I
like
hope
them little jitterbugs, man. Wes Welker broke that, you know what I'm
uh,
saying? Broke it down for all them
uh,
smaller receivers to be able to do what they do.
definitely broke the mold, Edelman, Amendola, all those
Yeah.
type guys.
He fit the mold perfectly.
Yeah, man, but I wish him the best, but he always got a home right here if he want to come coach or whatever too. So you
Yeah.
already
Or
know.
ever come on the show, you know what I'm saying?
You
I said,
already
or
know.
come hop on the show, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, who we got with us off in here today, man? Anybody got something to say? Who in here with us,
Oh,
man?
they all in there chopping it up, man.
What
Got
up?
my
What up?
got my boy Jeff CCR. He just commenting along with us. He said, "Wow." He said, "Boomer out?" Question mark. Yeah, yeah, he's out, man. Boomer soon to the guy, man. Drake Stoops, he out of here, man. Uh, Yeah, I don't know. They just been commenting along what we doing. But hey, if y'all do, sometimes we get to talking. But if you do want your comments read immediately, you can always send a super chat. You know what I'm saying? I think the cheapest one's like $1.99, all the way up to 100 to 500. However much money you want to spend. But you can send a super chat and it'll highlight you, and we will get right to your comment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you ever want something, said out loud immediately. You feel me?
yeah.
So don't
Like this video too, man. Subscribe. Make sure you share all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, all the homies in that Sooner Cowboy. What up? I see you out there still. But here, man, him and Jeff pretty much going back and forth out there. Just not going back and forth, but just chopping it up in the chat
Yeah.
with us.
Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all something real quick, man. How y'all feel the last 2 weeks, man? Oklahoma State made it look like y'all had a chance to jump in the championship 2 weeks in a row, only to come back, man. Was y'all emotions everywhere? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all ever get excited at one point, or did y'all always think that Oklahoma State was gonna make the comeback in them games? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what was going through y'all's mind watching Oklahoma State these last 2 weeks, fall
Like, trying to
behind by
listen, man.
14. I thought today they was going down.
I
I
knew
thought
they
today,
wasn't. I knew
My
they
wife
would.
was like, "Yay!" I'm like, "You going for BYU?" She's like, "Yeah, I want the rematch. We want OU again."
That's what's up.
Shit, I'm
That's
thinking
what
like,
that's what you're
"Yep,
supposed
they
to
finna
want.
play." Yeah, I was like, "Yep, they about to win this." Oklahoma State, they came out in the rain, it's cold, and they didn't wet the bed. Shit, they made a comeback again.
Nah, I knew they was gonna come back. I said over and told my girl like, yeah, they went in halftime. They was up 24 to what 6.
24-6.
I said, BYU, if they can score one more touchdown, they can make this interesting. But I said OSU's gonna come back and win this game because BYU just ain't got the talent. They played with a lot of heart.
Yeah,
They came out just like that against OU.
yeah.
I like their coach, honestly. It's fiery coach. I kind of like him a little bit.
Yeah, he needs
Got
just a little bit more talent though.
a little bit more talent. He coaching them boys up as best as he can. He coaching them
Yeah.
up as good as he can. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey, hey, they seem like they take on their head coach's personality. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know how they say the team take on the head coach's personality. You know what I mean? It seems like based on how the team plays, all scrappy and all that. You know what I mean? That's probably what they getting preached to them from the head coach. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
I agree with you, man. Just not enough player. But I thought defensively they would be able to do enough to hold Oklahoma State down, man. They just couldn't get that one more touchdown they needed to really hold them off.
mm. Hey, my boy Sonny Cowboy said, "Oh, you probably Alamo Bowl bound versus Arizona," and he said the fans already turning on Beamer. He said, "Yeah, it sucks, man. Honestly, I what you think about this?" He said, "Honestly, I want Oklahoma State to beat Texas. Who would you rather see win? Would you rather Texas win it and ride off to the SEC, or would you see Oklahoma State win and say, 'Fuck y'all, we beat OU and Texas in the same year'? Oh, excuse my language, in the
Whoop
same year
y'all
in
ass
November."
on the way up out here. Get y'all funky ass on a go to the SEC. Get y'all ass on about it. I don't know, man. I mean, I ain't got no dog in the fight, really. You know what I'm saying? My wife is from Texas, so she'll be rooting for them. But I ain't got no dog in the fight. I guess as a homer, it'll be good for Oklahoma State to do it. You know what I'm saying? But boy, would that mess a lot of stuff up if they beat Texas. Ooh, that's gonna shake some things up because shoot, it's some teams that's gonna either have one loss for the first time, or it's gonna be some teams that have two losses, and it's gonna shake that playoff field up, man. So I don't know, man. Oklahoma State could shake things up again. I don't know. Like I said, I don't got a
So,
dog in the fight though.
so we got young Alabama one loss. What if Alabama beats Georgia next week?
That's what I'm saying. It could be some teams.
And
Hey, if
what if? But listen, what if Texas
Oregon
beats?
could beat
But,
Washington.
but listen, what if
Now
Texas
everybody got a
wins?
loss except Michigan. Well, now Iowa ain't beating Michigan, but yeah, Georgia
No,
could lose.
we about to figure that right now. No, if Alabama beats Georgia next week and Texas beats Oklahoma State, who makes it to the playoffs?
Man, man,
Judging the
I would.
fact that Texas beat Alabama in Alabama by 10 points.
Hey, I think right now, if they play, Bama beat Texas again. I think
See,
Bama
there we
beat
go.
Texas. I
But then
do.
they played though, right?
They already did. But I'm saying if Alabama got one loss,
Uh-huh.
Georgia got one loss, and Texas got one loss,
Uh-huh.
you got to think about where the teams are right now. You know what I'm saying? And I just think Texas has too many injuries right now. You know what I'm saying? They missing their starting running back, even though they
The
did
other
find
running
another.
back is cold. He's just as good.
Now, shoot, have you seen the third string blue number 23? He came
Nah,
in,
they go hard.
but you know, then again, is he really that good? That was Texas Tech. You know what I'm saying? So the jury's still out on him.
Man,
Ewers,
just because it's the SEC, do you think that they bump all that?
no,
They
no, no,
beat
no, no,
them
no,
by
no,
10
no,
points.
no.
Same squad, same
The
squad.
the quarterback from Bama is playing better at this point in the season than he was
Right.
in the beginning too. Because remember, after the Texas game, he got
Mm-hmm.
benched, and then they brought him back. You know what I'm saying? So like
Mm-hmm.
Texas saw him at his worst,
Texas, the
and he
reason why he
still
got
didn't play.
bent.
Yeah, I mean, he still didn't play bad. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hell, it's a high marquee game. You know what I mean? Somebody had to lose, but I just think now, as far as health and where Bama's quarterback is playing, I think they may be a smidgen better than Texas right now. But
I bet you think OSU should be in the Big 12 title game over OU too, don't you? Although OU
they
got
beat them in the
even
head to
no,
head.
no, there you go. Even though OU got a better record.
They beat them head to head.
Oh, Texas beat Alabama head to head.
Talking about conference championship.
I'm talking about going to the playoffs.
Man, who's to say if you got five number one,
Nah.
if you got five number one
Wait.
teams, how do you know who's better though?
Wait a minute.
If you got five, it
So
was
wait a
just
minute. So
like
you
the Big
telling
12.
me you rather have
When y'all had five teams, when
no.
y'all had five teams that was tied with 2 losses, y'all was gonna have to come up. They had to have a tiebreaker system to figure out who the best
I don't
team
give a damn
out of they
who.
got
But
2
listen,
losses is.
OU has a better overall record than OSU. OSU has 3 losses.
Oklahoma got 2.
2.
And they beat them in the head to
OU.
head.
So what? Just like in the NFL. If
And
whoever,
and and
wait a
what
minute, who
else?
wins it? Wait a minute.
Oklahoma
Wait a minute.
State
Wait a
beat
minute.
Oklahoma State beat Kansas.
who
OU
wins
lost to Kansas.
who wins the division in the NFL? The better overall record or the better conference record?
It depends if they got the
No, it
same
does
record.
not depend. Whoever got the best overall record wins the division. If they got the same record, then it comes down to
The
conference
head to
wins.
head. That's what I'm saying.
No,
And
no,
these
it comes down
examples,
to conference wins, and then after that, it comes down to head to head. Because
hold on, repeat
you
that.
can beat me head to head, but if I got a better conference record than you, then automatically I win the conference, right? You see?
I guess so. I mean, they do play more
So
games
how the
in college, so
hell does
that's
it
the only
come
thing I can think
down?
of.
So what I'm trying to say is, it is no way in hell that somebody with a better record should not be in the conference championship. Look at it on paper and look how stupid it looks.
Head to head.
I don't give a
They both got 2 losses in conference.
I'm
They
talking
both
about
got 2
overall
losses in conference.
record. What is the conference record should be second fiddle to your overall record, is what I'm saying. That's how it works.
So say for instance, I win all my non-conference games and they were powder puffs and I lost 2 conference games, but then somebody with a tougher
But listen, who's this?
non-conference lose. Like you could always set up to have
The
better
people,
records
but
based
listen,
on
powder
non-conference.
to say somebody's a powder. I mean, that's subjective. You
What's
got
that?
to say somebody's a powder puff. Whoever's on you got to beat who's on your schedule, man. OSU lost to South Alabama. We would have called them a powder puff too, wouldn't we?
Shit, they still powder puffs. Even with that win,
And
they still powder
they
puffs.
beat OSU, but OSU somehow should be in the Big 12 championship over OU, who lost. They lost to
Man,
South Alabama. Did OU lose to somebody as sorry as that?
I mean, but they lost. They both played Kansas, and Oklahoma State beat Kansas.
All right. So I promise you, if Missouri was in this situation, you would be over there saying the same shit.
No, not if we tied.
If Missouri had a better record than Georgia, but Georgia so happened to 6 weeks ago beat Missouri, you wouldn't think Missouri should be in the championship game, and they got a better overall record.
But Georgia beat them in the head-to-head and got a better conference record. Got a better conference record.
Or tied.
Georgia got to go.
They tied. The conference record's tied, but they got the tiebreaker because they beat y'all. But you got a better overall record.
I've been thinking it's based on what it is in conference.
Ah, man, listen.
That's that. I mean, that's the rules. That's the only rules I know. That's the only rules I know. You grew up on them, didn't you? That's the only rules I know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know no other way to score but that way. You know what I'm saying? That's like I say. I mean, when I was in the Big 12, that's how it was, man. I'm trying to think. What wasn't it the same way when K-State beat Oklahoma in 2001? Didn't they have close to like the same record or something like that? And K-State won the Big 12, and OU still went to the national championship, and K-State went to
but even though Kansas
Fiesta Bowl.
Even though Kansas State beat OU still had a better overall record. Even though they beat them in the Big 12, as it should be. Sorry, you shouldn't have lost 3 games. Just like this year. Okay, fine. Oh, you shouldn't have lost to Kansas and OSU. It is what it is. But to me, it just looks weird when I got a 9-2 team up under an 8-3 team. It just looks weird. I mean, the math ain't mathing, if you ask me. The math ain't.
I only know one set of rules, B. I only
Yeah,
know
all
one
I'm
set of
saying.
rules, B.
I don't know what type of mathematics we doing, but all right, let's go ahead and let OSU go to the Big 12 and watch OSU. It's set up. The Big 12 ain't gonna let OU or Texas win this shit. Texas not winning, man. OSU can go out here and Texas gonna have
Nah, nah,
Texas gonna
nah,
have
nah,
20
nah,
penalties.
nah,
They got
nah,
20
nah,
penalties for
nah,
162
nah,
yards.
nah,
Yeah,
nah, nah.
you've been watching it.
No, man, I don't
Who,
know. I don't know if Oklahoma State can beat Texas, man. I don't know about that. Hey, if they
man.
do, ooh, that's gonna shake some things up, boy. That's gonna shake some things up. Yeah, but so Oklahoma State beats Texas, Bama beats Georgia. Who you got the top four?
Hmm? Oh, my boys, Sue the Cowboys said last year Kansas State beat TCU, but TCU still went to the goddamn college football playoffs.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But
It happens.
how many losses did what's the name have? How many losses did K State had last year?
Well,
Three?
yeah, it had really. See, that's the whole point was even when it happened to OU in Kansas State, it's funny that it happened to Kansas State again, but it didn't matter what record Kansas State had. It's the fact that OU hadn't lost a game yet. And that was their first loss or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they still had a good enough resume to go ahead and go. Even though I had to
Bullshit.
just no, no,
Bullshit. Hey,
we have
cause
precedent.
people cause
We
cause
have
people that
precedent,
aren't OU fans, people that aren't OU fans, they be like, man, they just doing that because they OU. They want a top program. They just doing that because
man.
they OU. They got a good travel base. They
You
they
really
gonna
think they would
travel
do
real
that?
good. They
You
gonna do
really
this.
think
They gonna do that.
you really think
I'm
they
just
would
telling
do
you what
that?
the people. I'm just telling you what the people
Hmm.
say that's
I
outside of
don't.
OU's camp.
As
You
I'm
know?
saying, I don't think the national today should loves OU that much to where they're gonna it's gifted.
Hey,
They thought OU was the better team. Ain't my fault. They thought OU was the top 2 team in the nation.
that's just how the cookie crumbled. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
It
happened
was
that year,
messed
man.
up. You know what I'm saying? Man, everybody get their little piece of the pie every now and then, man. Oh, you just had the, you know what I'm saying? They got the smaller slice of the pie this time, B. That's
Right.
all
So,
it is.
like, listen, it's gonna be people like you that put Alabama in there over Texas, even though they got the same record and Texas beat them heads up. You gonna talk about, well, they look better at the end of the year,
No,
man.
hey, but you
So
gotta
why
listen
do
to
we
what I'm
even
saying
so
though.
no no, but why
No,
do we
injuries.
no
Injuries.
injuries? You can't
Injuries.
blame injuries
Texas.
on that. You can't take injuries like into account like that
I
because
mean, shoot,
it's
Florida
still
State quarterback
players.
is gone.
It's still it's still it's still a quarterback that's suited up and put his pant leg on one leg at a time, just like Jason Travis or whatever the hell his name was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be
Jordan
real.
Travis. Yeah, yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
Travis. And
But
they
but
winning, and they still winning 24-15 right now.
right, yeah, they playing against Florida. But
It
to
don't.
put
What I'm saying
hey,
is
listen. All right. So listen to this point right here.
injuries
It's
happen
it,
all the time, every game.
so it's easier. It's easier to keep Florida State in that spot when you still got a regular season game left. I don't want to see Florida State in the playoff
Why
with a hurt
not?
quarterback, and that's the last game. That's the
But
last. That's the last opportunity to put the playoff teams
bruh,
together.
that's
That's
you
all.
can't. I can't
Like
do that.
if you want to
I
get the
can't do
best
that.
4 teams in the playoffs, and you got 6 teams that got one loss, it's
How
gonna
do
have to
we
come
know?
down to something.
But how do we know Florida State's backup quarterback ain't better than just about any other quarterback?
Shit, he's showing it right now.
Notice what I'm saying is you can't base it off injury. People get hurt every game. Why? Because it was a quarterback. So now we're gonna say, oh, if a quarterback get hurt, then I'm gonna drop a team. No, receivers get
No,
hurt every game. Linemen get hurt. I mean, just because
true.
quarterback.
It's
I mean, come on,
it's
man.
it's 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 which player gets hurt.
No, no, no.
If
That's
it
what I'm
if
saying.
it's
You can't pick and choose
if
like
it, if
that,
it's a
man.
high percentage, if it's a high percentage of your offense, you got to take that in consideration. If you lose a quarterback that got almost 4,000 yards passing and 30 plus touchdowns, that's a huge piece
But
that
what
you
if
got to
you? But
put
what
back
if?
together.
But what if Joe Montana get hurt and Steve Young coming in the game? What's the difference? That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. We don't know. We'll never
Steve
know. What
Young
I'm
got to
saying
show
is
you 4 years
I'm
of
saying.
college that he
What I'm
could do it.
saying is you never know until the dude get out there and play. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna just because somebody like
Okay.
just because Jonathan Brooks got hurt, I don't hold that against Texas because I know Texas keep running backs. I know they got another running back that go just as hard.
Man, did you see the tight end get hurt? Did you see Worthy get hurt? They had like 5 players get hurt yesterday, banged up in that game yesterday.
So what the
That's not
hell
gonna
is
be
it? So wait a minute. So I'm supposed to say, yeah, they beat Alabama, but 4 people got hurt yesterday, so I can't put them in there. Nah, man, I
not the
can't do
same
it.
Texas.
That is
Not,
unfair.
hey,
That
not
is
when it's your number one running back, when it's
nah,
your
that's
number one
unfair, man.
receiver, your number one tight. Those are
Hey,
all number one.
why even play the games? Why even play the damn game if it don't even count because my running back got hurt? Why even play the fucking game? You know what I'm saying?
This is the point I'm making. If we're gonna say we got 6 teams with one loss, and we want to put together the best playoff situation possible, we only get 4 teams. Somebody's gonna be
Mm.
left out. So we gotta who are the best teams? If I had to separate any of them right now, I would say that Texas scares me, one, because they don't have health. I'm not taking what they do on the field against them because they one of the worst red zone teams ever. Like, that's the reason why I wouldn't have Texas playing in the playoffs, because when they get inside the 15-yard line, it's been like that the
Hey,
whole
man.
year. OU, BY. So,
Who got the
but
best record and who beat who? That should be all that matters. All that, who I think is the best. How can you say that? Like
okay,
that's an
well,
opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's an
yeah,
opinion.
but that's
It's a
what you
fact.
asked me
It's
for.
a
You
but
said
no,
you
no, no.
said
I'm
you
talking about
said
when we
if
pick it.
you said if all those teams lose, who would be in my top four?
No,
And
I'm
so
saying,
because Texas is hurt, I wouldn't put them in my top four.
but it's a fact that they beat Alabama. I don't, yeah, somebody got
They did,
listen,
but that
Alabama, listen, Alabama's quarterback gonna blow his knee out next week.
if
So
that
what
happens,
now? So
Bama,
now Alabama, now they not considered no more.
with those 2 quarterbacks they got backing him up, nah, they not a top 14.
Nah, well,
Not
I
not
don't even. Well, ain't even no point in having backups and playing the games, man. If
no no
somebody
no no
get,
no.
if
This
somebody
this
get,
this this is to decide who goes to a playoff. If we got 6 teams with one loss, we got to separate them somehow.
by
If
who beat
Georgia got a
who,
loss, Bama
that
got
we
a
do.
loss,
But listen,
Texas got a loss.
we have criteria to separate the teams by if they all have the same record, and none of it has to do with injuries. Is what I'm trying to say. It all has to do with who beat who head to head. What's the point margin? How many points did they score? How many points did they give up in the season? We can't base it off of who got injured. Is what I'm saying. I mean that's a matter of opinion in my
That
like
that
you know what
that
I'm
that
saying.
has, that has to be taken into account who's healthy or not.
If I'm gambling, yeah, sure. But if I'm picking who going in, hey man, they earned their spot. They earned the right to be there. So we're gonna take it away from the whole rest of the team because Jonathan Brooks and Xavier Worthy got hurt. Nah, man, that ain't right, man. I mean, in my opinion.
If that's what's separating 6 teams that got one loss, you got to have something to separate them.
What's separating them is head-to-head matchup.
Okay,
Points
okay.
per
All
game.
right, so watch this. Watch this. I give you Texas. Okay, so you got Texas in your Final Four. Who else?
No, I don't know. I just said out of Texas and Alabama. Now we can go look at the standings and I can tell you. Let's go pull it up.
Yeah, because
Let's
we
go
got
pull
to
up the
go.
rankings,
We
man.
got to go.
All right, here we go.
If Oregon beat Washington,
All right, now.
Alabama beat Georgia, that's gonna give everybody one loss except for Michigan. So Michigan to be in the playoffs. Now we got 3 spots left.
Now, hold on, hold on.
All
We
the
got
teams got one
Georgia.
loss.
So Georgia had one line. Ohio State's already got a loss. Michigan State's under. So Michigan's the only one. Michigan guaranteed in there. Florida
Yep.
State. Florida State guaranteed in there if they keep winning. But according to you, you don't want the niggas in there. And they undefeated.
Hell
So,
no, man. Shit,
no,
we
wait a
know
minute.
they gonna get their ass.
No. So you're not gonna put an undefeated Florida State in the top 4.
With the backup quarterback, no,
Yes.
they're gonna get
Oh my.
murdered by the other 3.
Now you
They gonna
understand. You understand that is completely unfair.
okay. So what I'm saving everybody from is this:
No,
after they get their
that's
ass whooped with the
you don't
backup
know that.
quarterback, then
You
they're
don't
gonna be
know that
like,
though.
man, I don't even know
But
why
you don't
they
know
off
that.
in the game. They playing with a backup. The best quarterback got hurt. They shouldn't have been there anyway.
The
I'm
fact of the
just
matter
alleviating that
is,
part out of the equation
no,
right out the gate.
the fact of the matter is you can't You can't take that away from the backup quarterback. You just basically telling him he ain't nothing. Like
Okay, okay.
he
So
like I
I
said,
give you
he could be Steve Young. He could be the next. He can come off the bench and look better than old buddy. You
all
never
right.
know.
So we got we
He
got
had the game in his life.
we got Michigan.
Michigan,
We
Florida
got
State
Michigan.
undefeated.
We got Florida State.
They
Now you
going
only
in.
got
I'm sorry.
two. Now you only got two.
Now we got two. Now we got two spots. We got who?
It's not gonna be the best playoffs available, but we got two more.
Michigan and Florida State's going in if they undefeated. I don't give a damn what we talking about. They're gonna be in the championship. It's watch.
Okay, go ahead. So those two. Let's go ahead and throw James Madison off in there.
No, they're not going. Jay, didn't they lose anyway?
They might have. I
I
can't
think they
remember.
lost last week. Didn't they? They took us out of misery, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. They never they lost. They lost. They number 24 on
Yeah.
some
So
on the AP
so you
poll.
you got Michigan and you got Florida State. Who your other two teams? Some got to separate them. It's still a laundry list of 16,
No, but
17.
Washington got
They got
a
one
who,
loss.
okay, that's assuming who wins out of Washington and Oregon. So right, they
And
play
Oregon,
each other, right?
and Oregon got to win that one.
You know what I'm saying? So if Washington wins, of course, it's Washington. And if Oregon wins, then here we go. We got another. Now we got. So I'm taking Oregon over Washington because they just beat them head to head in the championship.
They already played before and Washington won, though.
That's fine. They just won later in the year. Ain't that what you said? Alabama beat Texas right now. Ain't that what you said?
Yeah, but
You know
they
what I'm
never
saying?
played. They never played another game at this point.
I
These
know, but
two
they
have actually
did.
played two and split. So
Exactly.
how do you
No.
differentiate?
But they won later in the season, just like you think Alabama would beat Texas right now. And Oregon just proved it. They like,
But
we beat them right now. And they beat them.
but that's a hypothetical. I
No,
think Bama's a better team right now.
I'm
If
saying,
if
but
Oregon beat if Oregon beats
it would no longer be a
if Oregon
hypothetical.
beats Washington, shoot.
It would no longer be a hypothetical if Oregon beats Washington. That means they proved it.
That mean we need what's the tiebreaker?
The
Just
tiebreaker
because they
is
beat
that
them
they
late?
beat the tiebreaker is because they beat them the last time they played in the title game. They got in the title game. That counts for a little more, if you ask me.
Okay.
In the title game. So I'm got Oregon over Washington. So right now, I got Georgia. No,
You got Michigan, you
we're
got
assuming
Florida,
Alabama beats
and you got
Georgia.
Oregon. You got
Michigan,
Michigan, you got
Florida
Florida
State,
State, and you got Oregon. You got
and
one
I
more
got
spot.
Oregon. And just by the way, regardless of how this turns out, we're probably gonna have a shitty college football playoff. So,
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
That's
give a
what I'm
damn.
saying.
But just because we think who gonna win, we can't go
Because
off emotions.
we got
We can
injured
go off
teams in this
emotions.
motherfucker. We got injured teams in the playoffs. We can
And you
get them
right,
out of there
hey,
and put a better team in there.
no, and you damn right. You damn Skippy.
That's an ugly playoffs, B.
It's gonna have
That's
to
an
be
ugly
Texas.
playoffs.
It's gonna have to be Texas, Alabama, and hey man, I gotta go Texas.
That's why I say I'll give you Michigan, I'll give you Florida State, if you put them off in there
Listen,
and they're
I'm gonna
injured.
give you the kicker. Texas is ranked above Alabama right now. So what's ain't no justification of Alabama jumping Texas.
That's the only reason they're up there is because they beat them in the head-to-head. But I was saying,
What do you mean the only reason why? That's the greatest reason why they're above them, because they beat them head to head.
I got you. But what the rankings don't take in consideration is Texas will be banged up if they played Alabama right now. Texas will be banged up if they played in a playoff game right now. I think right now, as far as health, Alabama's a better team than Texas right now. Now, if Texas lines up head-to-head with a healthy team, you know what I'm saying, that's a hell of a matchup right there. You got to go with Texas because they still healthy. But when you got three of your dogs that could possibly be out, that's tough for any team. But if you look at that equation, Georgia won't even make it.
And teams but teams overcome that all the time. Everybody gets hurt on teams.
Georgia wouldn't even be off in there right now because Texas beat Bama. Bama just beat Georgia late in the year for a championship. Bama wouldn't even be in the playoffs, B. That'd be an ugly playoffs. That's why you got to take in
It's gonna be
consideration who.
listen, no, it's gonna be ugly with Bama in there, knowing that they lost to Texas. That's gonna be ugly too. Why? Because they Alabama. I guess it sounds better to you. Because they're in the SEC. Hell no, nigga. Texas is
Nah. It ain't got nothing
just
to
as
do with that.
prominent.
No, strip the titles, strip the conferences
Alabama
away.
with who? That bum quarterback they got? I don't want to see that
One
shit. I don't want to see that bum Milrow play.
man, he's playing just about as good as Ewers or whatever his name is from Texas. He's
He
gonna be
got
better than Florida State's backup quarterback. He's better than the quarterback that's at
better than who?
Michigan. Michigan
Better
got
than
to
who?
run the ball
McCarthy?
40 times to win the game.
McCarthy. He's not better than McCarthy.
Who?
That bum from Alabama.
Well, what has McCarthy done? The last two games they rushed. The last
About the
two games they
same
rushed like
amount as him.
65 times.
About the
You know
same amount as him.
they ran the ball 45 times. Who was that they played against? I think Penn State. They ran the ball 45 times, dog, because he's struggling at QB.
Oh yeah.
45 carries, dog, in a college football game. I don't mind it, but I mean,
Hey
you know what I'm
man.
saying? That's an old type school
You want to know how
of
many
football.
touchdowns Monroe got? Monroe got?
Probably like 25, 26.
19. And he got 19 passing touchdowns. JJ McCarthy got 18. Milrow got 6 interceptions. McCarthy got 4. They're about the same guy. They
Uh,
both
the,
got 2,300 yards passing roughly. They both
oh,
like they
oh, I'm gonna
literally
take.
they literally have the same stats.
I'm gonna take old buddy's rushing. He got better legs.
He got
That's the
300 yards
difference.
rushing. I mean,
That's the difference.
sure, he does have better legs. I mean, but he can run.
That's the
But
difference.
again, I'm never looking for a runner. I'm looking for a scrambler. Runners don't win championships. Let's keep it real. Name one.
Yeah. Well, when I say running, that's what I mean. He takes off and scrambles better because Bama's not running a lot of QB design plays. His is coming, you know what I'm saying, off the scramble.
No. Well, let me say it. Let me phrase it differently. When I say I like a scrambler, not a runner, I like a quarterback that don't run downfield. Really, he's great at scrambling outside of the pocket, still looking downfield and delivering the football. I'd rather my quarterback do that than take off running. Me personally, because those guys win championships. And the other guys don't. As much as I love the Michael Vicks and I love the Colin Kaepernick and I love Lamar Jackson, everybody who runs the football like a running back. I love it because I love to see people run. But I ain't never seen one of them win a Super Bowl. Let's keep it 100. Not one.
You're getting closer and closer.
Not Randall Cunningham. Not Steve
Cam
McNair.
Newton.
Not Cam Newton.
But
Nobody.
sometimes it don't be, you know what I'm saying, it's because the quarterback can't win a championship. It might be a quarterback don't have a defense. You know what I'm saying? The defense nut up at a certain time. Like
How many
Denver won
I
Super
got
Bowls with defense when they had Peyton Manning. Remember,
hell yeah.
he couldn't even move his shoulder after the neck surgery.
And I remember Carolina had hell of a defense. They damn self.
Who was that?
Carolina. They had a hell of a defense
I
when they
can't
went to the
remember the
Super
score.
Bowl.
I think in that Super Bowl they gave up more points than they usually do, and then Cam had a bad fumble because
Cam didn't have the greatest game. He had a couple bad plays in the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, that might be the worst game he had all year.
I know old buddy got the strip sack on him.
Von Miller.
Yeah, I remember that. But I know Cam had some plays in that game too that was super managed too. But anyways, man, I'm taking Bama over Texas, and I would take Bama over Michigan too.
Nah, man, you biased out, man. I can't even talk to you no more about it. Let's move on, man.
Nah, trying to think.
Nah, man, Bama over Michigan, get out of here, man.
So you telling me right now,
No,
Michigan, Florida
Bama is.
State.
No. Michigan's gonna beat Alabama. Yes, I'm taking Michigan.
Michigan, Florida State, Texas, and who was your fourth team for the playoff?
I'm
Oregon
taking Texas over Alabama. Texas
and
and
Oregon
Michigan.
and Oregon.
Texas, Michigan. I don't even like Oregon. I just put Oregon in there just because. I mean, if I have to, because out of just the way it's lined up and the way it looked, I don't like Oregon, but they earned their spot. If that's the case, they at number 6. They 2 spots ahead of Alabama.
Oh, they
So
finna be in the
what's the
top.
excuse
They
for
they
that?
finna be in the top. They finna be in the top 4 after today. Because Ohio State finna get up out of there. Washington gonna move up to 3, and Oregon gonna move up to 4.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be so many teams with the same record. You gotta
So
go
now I
off.
got to come down to
You
it got to come down to who's healthy and who's not.
no, it does not come down to who's healthy. It comes
That
down to
that
who.
got to be a
It comes
criteria.
down
It
to
has to
who.
be.
It is not a criteria at all.
Hey,
Like
so listen. So if UCF should have been playing in the playoffs a couple of years ago because they had undefeated records and got robbed.
cut the crap. Okay. They should have been
What? They undefeated. They got a better record. Put them in there.
nah.
UCF.
Okay,
UCF.
it's a strength of
Then they go
schedule.
in there and then they go and win their ball game.
That's a strength of schedule argument that has to take place, and all of this type of
You can
stuff.
take in strength of schedule, but can't take in injuries when you setting up the
No,
playoffs.
you do not take an injury because you have no idea how good the next player is. That's why you can't take it into account. Now, if you're gambling at a gambling site, sure, you say I'm betting on such and such because they got 3 people hurt. I think they're gonna win. Yeah, okay, you can think that all day, and you still could be wrong. It's a 50-50 chance you're gonna be wrong. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you can't
I just
literally
think
say that. But
you
yeah,
got your Steve Youngs and Joe Montanas, but I think if the person that's backing up the quarterback is really that good, they'll be the starter, or they'll be rotating. Georgia finally won. What was the final score of that Georgia game? You see it?
hmm. The final score of who? The Georgia game?
Yeah.
I know it was
And
31-23 last time I saw it. Was that it? Did it end like that? I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. I just got the alert that they won. It's like 29 straight. So man, I can't wait. Well, man, it's so much that could happen. It's man. But I hope all those 2 teams don't lose because I sure do not want to see the playoffs that you just said. Michigan and Florida State, heck no. Florida State got to go, B. They not a top 14 without the quarterback. They got to get on out of Dodge, man.
All right, listen, here we
And
go. You said
who
who
you
gotta get
got?
out? What you bet? No. You said who gotta get out Dodge?
Florida State got to get out of Dodge, man. They
Man, you
that,
hate it.
that's
All right,
that's too
listen.
much of a blow, man. That's way too much of a blow. They can't. That's a tough one to lose the starting quarterback.
Hey, listen, my boy made the greatest point ever. Thank you, Jeff. But
What
as
do you
we
say?
arguing, you talking about injuries held into account. What
Mm-hmm.
if they never let Ohio State go to the playoffs because they had injury? You remember Ohio State won with a third string quarterback. Remember, what was his name? Cordell something? Cordell?
Cordell Stewart?
Nah, Ohio State
And now I'm messing with you.
won with a
I'm trying to
third
think.
string quarterback. You remember the big black dude?
Number 7?
It might have been. I can't remember the number he was. Big
Yeah.
dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Built like Byron Leftwich.
Yes. He was the third string quarterback that year, and they won the national championship. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't take injuries
When
into
when
account.
when did he come in to play for him?
In like maybe a game or two before the national championship.
Was it that late? I thought he came in
It
early and
was
played.
everybody.
I thought
Okay, it might have
I
been
thought he
three,
played
four.
early in the season and knocked the rust off, and they got the chemistry going, and then they
I
ran the
don't give a
table.
damn when it was. He was third string quarterback.
So no.
And
So my point. What
nah,
my
you
point?
know,
My
yeah, you could
no
make up every excuse.
no. Listen. He had time to show that he could keep Ohio State at that ranking. This quarterback from Florida State ain't showed
So
that.
this be his
He ain't
second
gonna
game.
he
This
ain't
be his
gonna have the
second
time to
game.
show that.
This will be his
Huh?
second game winning, and if he win next week, it'll be 3 games in a row. So that's not enough for you.
Man, well, the first game that he won was against Skittles University.
Nah, I don't give a damn.
Who was that?
Again,
North Alabama or something like that?
OSU lost to South Alabama. Do I have to remind you again?
We gonna keep going. So we gonna
Anybody
compare
can beat
Oklahoma State.
anybody.
Okay.
But see, that's the point. That's why you can't take
Okay.
interest into account. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day.
Okay. So I'm gonna just say this. put Florida State in there and let their ass get drove by 55. So everybody's gonna say we had other one-loss teams that was better, and we knew that going in.
And you know what we're gonna say? Well, ain't nobody's gonna care next year. Everybody gonna say, well, then they shouldn't have lost to whoever they lost to.
I mean, well,
That's how
what
it
you saying
goes.
is what you saying is have an injured Florida State team in the playoff over one-loss Georgia team.
Yes, because they earned it. They team earned it. Not
No.
the quarterback didn't earn it. The team earned it. The team. It ain't just about one player. Come on, man.
All
You
right,
know
so
that,
so
man.
so if you had money, if
You
Georgia if
no,
Georgia
we're not
got
talking
one
about
loss,
gambling. We're not talking
if
about
Georgia
gambling.
okay, take the money away. If you said Georgia plays Florida State minus Florida State's quarterback, who would you say will win?
Georgia?
So if that's the case, why even have Florida State in the playoff if we already know
No,
that?
but that's no. That's what I think is gonna happen. I don't know that that's gonna happen. That's what I think. Florida State can come out here, like I said, Georgia come out here, they quarterback can get hurt in the first quarter. Florida State, it ended up beating them. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know what's gonna happen. Oh, or Florida State quarterback come out here had the best game we've ever seen from some backup quarterback. Come out here and throw 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. You be like,
Jeff
oh my
Hostetler.
god. I mean,
Jeff
it can,
Hostetler.
yeah, it can happen though. I understand. I understand what you're saying. Like, okay, I think this team gonna win, so I'd rather just put this team here and put the teams that I think is better. I'm gonna put them there. But to me, I gotta reward the people. This is man, they didn't grind it this whole season, and just for me to tell them, oh man, I'm sorry, your quarterback got hurt. Nah, man, I'm not doing that. I can't do that to them kids, man.
That's gonna be that's gonna be some rough. That's gonna be some rough
Okay.
viewership, man.
It is what it is.
Hey, the ratings will be so low. You talking about Florida State in there over a one-loss Georgia? We talking about hypotheticals: a one-loss Georgia, one-loss Bama,
Mm.
one-loss Texas,
Well, he said, hey,
one-loss
boy,
Oregon, one-loss Washington. Who else
I
I have
want to hear what
one?
they. His name was Cordell Jones, the quarterback. They just
Yeah, yeah,
mentioned
yeah.
it.
Byron, baby Leftwich.
Appreciate that soon, the Cowboy in the chat.
Yeah,
But listen, we
he
did
won number
have
7.
we had a couple questions, a couple things that they was talking about in the chat. Oh, what up,
What's up? What's up?
Weston Sloan? What's up? He talking about Levy gone. He hopped in the chat, and most people saying that they think Levy pretty much out of here. And Jeff asked, "Where do you think Spencer Rattler gonna go? Day 2? Uh, mm, Probably third or fourth round. I agree with Sooner Cowboy, maybe fourth, fifth.
Is he even draftable?
Yeah,
I didn't
probably
think he was draft worthy.
just off arm talent. He can throw. Boy can throw, but I wouldn't draft him to be honest with you. I mean, honest, but what I just his personality and what I've seen from him, he got to do a hell of a lot of maturing. And I don't actually I haven't heard from him this year, so I don't know. He could be all those things there. I have no idea, but I know they be getting whooped out there. So
Yeah, I think they lost to Clemson today.
yeah. Oh, he also said he don't think Dylan Gabriel will get drafted. And then soon the Cowboys said he may go to Mississippi State with Levy. And same thing Jeff said. And
Damn,
soon
he got another year?
he had because of the yeah,
COVID?
he boy still got another year eligibility.
Damn.
And he better not come back to OU. I mean, did I say that out loud? Sorry. Man, he ain't gonna get Jackson Arnold in there, man. Let me see what the future talk about. But I don't know. I guess it would no. Give me somebody else. Man. But nah, I don't think so.
Anybody else have a playoff set up? Anybody else,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm looking for.
What's
Yeah.
that
Oh yeah,
for
yeah. Here we
team?
go. We got. He got. Shoot, we got. So the Cowboy said he think it'll be Michigan, Bama, FSU, Georgia. If Bama beats Georgia, see now we talking about the 2 SEC team crap with that bull jive.
No, they just the better teams.
Not
They
really.
just the better teams. How can you penalize Bama? How can you penalize Bama for having one loss and beating Georgia, not putting them in? But how can you really penalize Georgia for having one loss in 30 games? You know they
Well,
clearly
first
still
of
one of the
all,
best teams in
wait a
the
minute.
country.
First of all, wait a minute. No. First of all, they got one loss in 11 games. Like how many games they played this year? Because
Okay,
last year
okay.
or the year
You right.
before don't even
You
count.
right. You right.
Yeah,
In 11 games. Okay. But I'm still, they still be there. You know what I'm saying?
not if they lose, get them out of here.
Mm,
Oh,
mm.
okay, I don't give a damn what they done did
So,
out here.
so,
They
so,
just
so what did they have? They had Bama, they had Georgia, Florida
listen.
State,
I'm
and
moving
Michigan.
on. Listen, and we got Sooner Cowboy that said we got Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, Oregon/Texas. Yeah, I can rock with that one. That old two SEC team crap. Don't nobody want to see that bull jump.
If they the best teams,
But they're not.
we,
But they're
that's
not.
why
But
they.
they're not.
That's why they.
But they're
That's
really
why
not
there
though.
needs to be a
But they're
12
really
team
not.
playoff, so none
But
of
they're
this
not the
stuff
best team
happens.
though.
Who
They're not the best team because Texas beat Alabama.
at this point in the
No,
year,
no. At this point, you're my ass. At this point
those,
of the year,
those two are the best. Those two are the best
Texas.
teams.
No, they're not. Texas better than Alabama. They
We
proved it.
gonna see.
I got proof.
We go. We gonna see.
All I know is I got you got
We gonna
speculation.
see.
I got proof.
I mean, man, if Bama, it's a huge if, but if Bama beats Georgia, who's to say that Bama can't beat Texas? I mean, just you know what I'm saying? Just that's a nice win under the
but
bill.
you know, I mean, this is all just a good argument because Georgia's going to beat Alabama, so and we don't have to worry about this.
So
That's my
okay,
prediction. I can predict
so
that
then
right
you,
now.
so
I can
then
say
you would
that right
have
now.
Georgia. So you got Georgia, and then you got Michigan. Who's the other two teams that get in?
Georgia, Michigan, Florida State,
That Florida State slot is messing some
Georgia,
stuff up. That's
Georgia,
gonna mess a whole
Michigan,
lot up. You can get
Florida
two better
State.
teams in there.
Yeah, Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, Texas. That's how I'm going with. Mm-hmm. Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, Texas. That's it. Sorry.
So
I'm putting
if
Texas in
Oregon beat
over
Washington,
Oregon. I'm putting Texas in over Oregon or Washington. I don't give a damn.
hey,
Nah,
but
all
Oregon
right.
is
No,
ranked.
no. To be fair,
Oregon is ranked higher than Texas right now.
if they did put Oregon in, I wouldn't argue. Just simple fact, what you just said, because they already ranked higher than them.
So
And
so if
I got to if
Washington
I'm gonna
went
say the
out,
same thing about Texas, Alabama, I got to say the same thing about Oregon,
huh?
Texas. You know, so
Yeah.
keep it real.
So basically, what we're saying is we're never going to get the best four teams off it. That's why I need to be a 12-team playoff, so all this can be alleviated.
Now you're right about that. At least 8.
Because it's
I
always going
think.
to be somebody left out
Hey,
with this
honestly
four
though,
team
bro.
stuff.
Honestly though, I honestly think they should just do 8. Did they agree on 12 already, or is it 8?
Man, you probably know better than me. I think eight for sure. I think next year might be starting of the eight.
Then 8 hurry up because I can see 8, but I don't know how big you want to make it and how long you want to stretch this out.
Pause. Hey,
Yeah, that's right.
yo.
Hey, yo. It was, but yeah, you're right.
Hey, yo. Yeah, but man, I don't know. I mean, I guess with eight, if they I look at it as if they've always would have had eight, we probably would have found, you know, saying the best champion. I think somewhere or another, somebody beating somebody else has always helped the playoff system each year. But in a situation where we can have this many teams with one loss, it's going to show the flaw of having only four teams. But I think if you had an 8-team playoff, you probably be able to get the best team out of that. But if what they say is true, and college football has so much more parity than they had before, and the transfer portal is gonna even a playing field, and NIL deals is gonna even a playing field. If that's the case, I would say it'd probably be best to go 12 teams if everything is gonna be that even. But who knows, man? Who knows?
I hear you.
All I know is I'm glad we didn't get to him. We've been on this thing for a minute. I'm gonna just say MIZZOU. You know what I'm saying? We played a cupcake this week and we made them look like a cupcake. We beat Arkansas Razorbacks 40 something to something something. You know what I'm saying? And I was pleased with the effort, man. Shout out to the Tigers. You know what I'm saying? See what bowl we get to, man. 10-2. That's a hell of a year. We'll take that, man. double-digit wins. Shout out to them Tigers, man. Shout out to them Tigers, man.
Hey, man, good win. Good,
Yeah.
good solid victory for those guys, man.
Taking care of business, man. Taking care of business. That's what we needed to do. That's what we had to do. And we got it done. You know what I'm saying? Um,
that's did anybody
man,
else
so
of any goddamn significance play today? Was any of them nah,
um,
we kind of mentioned OSU let us down if you're an OU fan.
yep. That
Plus,
was OU's last shot to be able to get into the 12 championship,
so should I
man.
say BYU let us down? Yeah.
BYU let y'all down because they had it, man. They had it. And then, Ohio State losing to Michigan. I think that was it had to happen, you know what I'm saying? But now somebody else gets to slide up in that three. And so it just shook things up a little bit late in the season, man. Um, Trying to think. I don't think there were no other significant losses. Washington pulled out a last second victory 24-21 over Washington State. I don't know how many people had that game picked to be that close. I think Vegas had them up by 2 touchdowns. So, um, but besides the Ohio State game, man, I think everything else stayed tight, man. So we got the
Mhm.
picks for next week, man. Conference championships, and then talk a little bit of bowl talk, man. See what some of these bowl matchups look like.
Yeah, man. Who we got next week? Guess we don't know. Guess we know we got Michigan, Iowa. I got Michigan. Louisville, Florida State. I'm gonna take Florida State still with no quarterback. Listen, I can take my picks right now. Georgia,
Ooh.
Alabama. Georgia, Alabama. I got Georgia. Texas, Oklahoma State. I got Texas. I got Oregon over Washington, and I got Liberty over New Mexico State. Straight up and down. And listen, I ain't even got it right there. I can remember all those picks. Straight up.
Well, I'll save mine for the next show. You know what I'm saying? Make sure
Straight
to
up.
make sure the listeners come back. You know what I'm saying? Have something to look forward to.
And
Don't give out all the goodies too early. You know what I'm saying?
I do reserve the right to change my picks.
Straight up, man. We got anybody else that hollered at us before we get up off this thing?
Nah, man, let's get up out of here. He said Texas has beat what did he say? Best win in the college football this year. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Was it Texas got the best win in college football this year, beating Alabama in Tuscaloosa, man, by 10 points, man. Come on
Mm,
now. That's one of the best wins of the season, man. Let's keep
I
it
don't
real,
know,
man.
man.
I don't even like Texas, man. Let's keep it real.
I think Oregon going to Colorado, man. But
Oh man, we got all right, man. We go holler at y'all, man. Hit the like button, subscribe button, man. Share the show.
we out, man. We